In fact, I'll include that on emails and the variables. Specific. There's a lot of variables you can use, and I'll look at start times. You can include the same start times that you might find displayed in relationship to the courses on the WordPress plugin. I think you guys aren't using the WordPress plugin, but it's on the course topics, which actually then flow through to the document topics. So yeah, we can display either the document topics or the course topics. Yeah, venue locations can be done as well. So they're another variable. Yeah, in fact, one of the things you can do within course sales is you can send out Google calendars attached to the emails that you send. So Google Calendar invites can be included in the emails that you send to students. It's just ticking a box basically, and it sends out an invitation to them. Yeah, creating course master. Okay. Okay, Nisha, you're interested in the Google Calendar? I'll add that in there actually, Google Calendar. Okay, I can, yeah, look, how about if I share my screen again? I'll just show you a new course master just briefly. I won't be able to go into too much detail, but maybe sufficient for you to get a bit of an idea of how we do it. So I'll just quickly share my screen. So I'll just quickly show you how to create a course master. There's quite a bit involved in course masters. They are effectively the template of the entire course. So things like the formats are necessary to be created and all those sorts of things. But let's assume that everything's been created already. So I'll show you the, yes, I am recording. Yes, it's still being recorded. Yep. So with regards to, and I will be covering it as well in the topic next week. So I'll show you how to create a course master if you've already got course masters in there, or not if you've got course masters in there, but you've already got the format set up. Because what I do when I cover creating course master is I talk about how to create the course categories, how to create the formats, how to create the terms and conditions, how to make sure you've got the right sort of tax set up, all those sorts of things. They're all combined in, they connect into the course master. So course masters are fairly easy things to create once you've got all that done, and usually that's done in advance. So if I click on the course masters link on there under publish, so click on course masters, you will see a list of the course masters that we've got set up already. Now these course masters, like I say, have already got a lot of these things set up. If I go in and edit one, I don't have to click on the edit button there. So editing a course master. So I want to go through, I'm going to show you what's in a course master, then I'm going to show you how to create one. So you can see here, we've just got a name for the course master. This allows you to identify this course master compared to others. They may vary by price, by currency, by the type of format that you're going to deliver. Anything that varies here on the course master could be a reason why you want to distinguish it from the others. The other one is whether it's a private or public course. Sometimes you need to have a different set of workflow if you're going to have a private course compared to a public course. So I've got course category here as well. So again, if we click on the lightning bolt, you'll see a big list of different course categories. The duration, which is the length of the course. The course format includes the units of competency. So you set up the course formats up here. And these course formats include what we call the topics, and the topics linked to the units of competency. So I don't want to confuse you guys too much, but you've got masters linked to a format, which is linked to a topic, which is linked to a course module. So you're right. So course master links to a format, which links to a topic, or lists a topic, which links to a course module. And the course module is where the unit of competency is. So it's like a connection down in that sort of way. I've got quite a good diagram that I'll show on one of the slides next week about that. Course descriptions, these are the ones that are created automatically. Sorry, not automatically, these are the ones created in advance. And there's a big list of those as well. Click on the lightning bolt, you can see the big list of course descriptions. And these tend to be created in advance, or you can create one right here. You see there's a little plus on there. So it allows you to create a course description straight away. And that course description can then be selected and used to be the default course description for any course dates that you set up. Don't worry about residential description so much. That's if you're having people actually stay at the venue, which some people do. But residential description is still like a different thing, not very well used in Australia. Branch is the sales branch that this particular course master belongs to. Those individuals or those RTOs who manage co-providers set up different branches to represent those different co-providers. And that allows us to manipulate the communication that goes out, such as where the email comes from, what's included in the email signature, and all those sorts of things. Terms and conditions. These are pretty much, I try and keep these as consistent as possible so you don't have too many different process parts, although sometimes it is necessary. And so these often stay the same between each of the courses that you've created. But if you need to, they can be modified depending on these. This defines the workflow, defines how you're going to work with the student. Big one is private and public courses. The other one is dealing with like trainer-led courses, face-to-face delivery versus e-learning as well. And then there's also document topic forms. Now this defines that information that we gathered about the outcomes. So this defines the outcome, defines whether you want the start date and end date of those activities. We've also got things in here about our price and the recommended retail price. So if you're using the WordPress plugin, this will actually show, in this case, no discount. But if I decrease this by 1,000 on the website, we're now going to see that there's going to be a highlight that this course is discounted. So the WordPress plugin will highlight that there's even a discount applied to these particular courses. And that's the default. So you can change the price of the course date as well. Remember, this is the course master. But if you are constantly, by default, when you set up a new course, going to discount it, then this is where to put that information. Course cost and delegate cost, that's about being able to track, are you making money on the course? Effectively, what it means is a delegate is like a student. So the course cost is the fixed cost associated with delivering the course, and the delegate cost is a per student cost. So it means that we add the course cost plus X number of delegates, which is determined by the registrations, and that gives you the total cost of the course. We then already know how much we've earned from each of the documents. So we take the cost that we've calculated away from the total number that we've received from all of the registered documents on the course, and that gives us basically a profit margin on what we've hoped to achieve. Don't worry about alternative course prices. That isn't used so often, but it does allow you to have, if you're working with, say, different websites that you want to have different prices on, or you want to have bronze, silver, gold arrangement with pricing, then that can work quite well. This will also be used shortly to be able to manage different arrangements around locations, so countries. So different countries could have different prices, and those prices can have different currencies. So, you know, if you're getting into that complexity, then definitely give us a call. We've got currency, payment group. This is how we take payment for the course used on the website. Currency used to calculate pricing, and tax. Tax rule type, is it GST included or GST excluded? Category group is things like you're going to sell additional items alongside your booking of the courses, such as if you're doing a first aid course, you might want to sell a first aid kit. You might want to sell an additional first aid. You may want to sell like a membership subscription or something like that. Anything that you want to sell in addition. Also for multi-booking discounts, this is also where we manage multi-booking discounts under catalog group. So if you book 2 courses, you get X amount of discount. That's where that's calculated. Total places, number of people can attend the course before we consider it to be full. If the course is full, then we don't take enrollments on the website anymore, and it's displayed with a red bar within the course date list. Public and private means it either displays on the website or not, based on the fact that a public course is available for everyone to book in. A private course is just for a certain number of people to book in. You can still take bookings on private courses, but you send them a direct link. that goes into the course date. Make completed is when we want to change this course so we don't take any more bookings. So it goes from scheduled to completed, which also means that it gets taken off the website. So make completed can be 1, or you can have a negative number in here. So this is before the course starts. So 1 day before the course starts, make the course completed. And then we can also add, like say, trainers. We've done that before with the course dates. You can also add files. These are files that might want to send to the student so they can receive this information. So that's pretty much telling you what a course master is and all the fields that are relevant to a course master. If we look at the list of the course masters, the easiest way to create a course master is usually to use this button here, add based on this course master. So that'll add a completely new course that you have to redefine with a new name, but it'll be, you can edit anything you want in it, okay? So it's effectively like a copy feature. It's copy this course master to create a new one. So clicking on that button now, you'll see that everything gets filled in. So it looks exactly the same as the other one did before, the original one. All the fields are copied across, but we can save it as a completely new course. We're adding a new course master. So that's a good way to quickly create multiple course masters. So if you're creating a new course master, it involves effectively having to add in all of these fields here. So even things like process path and stuff like that, we might have a number of those. You can see there, we've got quite a few there listed. So, you know, using that add based on is a pretty cool thing to do. And if you're starting from scratch, then you basically created all of this stuff from scratch with regards to formats and things, which is what we'll cover next week. Just whets your appetite, doesn't give you all the information, but the majority. Happy to take further questions if you want. I'll hang around for another 8 minutes. So feel free to type away and put your hand up. That's right, Kate. Yes, it's about getting the language too, hearing the words and getting familiar with the words and the terms that are being used. I think that's part of the exercise here. If you want, Kate, you can we can get a list of your units of competencies and I can show you how to add those in.
Hey Scott, can I just have a quick chat?
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah. Do you want me to create a special room for us?
Yeah, that's fine. That'd be good.
Okay, cool. Just a moment. Yeah. Just going to stop the sharing so I can create a room. But before we go, is there anyone else who's got any more questions? Because if there is, I'll make sure I schedule you in. So if you want to put your hand up or make a comment in the chat. Okay, sounds good. Okay, talk to you later. Thanks, Nina. Awesome. Hey, Juliet. Yeah, some housekeeping. Okay, we'll talk later. Cool. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, cool. Kate, let's